Hello, friends. Michelle here for Wednesday Whispers. I look like an 80s band because this lighting is so crazy. I promise you, I'm not wearing like the craziest green eyeshadow you've ever seen. But that's who I am tonight. And I'm here drinking my dad's Grandpa Can Fix It mug here for Intuitive Mug. So if you want to guess what is in my mug, I want to use your own intuition tonight to guess. We all have this ability to use our psychic senses and our other senses. So what am I drinking in my cup tonight? Please say hello when you get here. Hey, Corey. Hey, Arlene. Great to see you guys. And let me just make sure I've got my little banners here. Just always want to remind you at the beginning of every little Wednesday Whispers to remind you to be careful of scammers. So please be careful of people messaging you, friend requesting you, you name it. Hey, guys. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Leanne. I will never friend request you. I will never message you, and I'll never ask you for money. So please remember that. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Mitch. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Allison. Let's see. Check out our Instagram world. Hello, Reclaim Your Nature. Brie Morrow. My Weeb. I love that you think I'm drinking water. I love it. Heather thinks I'm drinking peppermint tea here on Instagram. Love it. But you can't find out till the end. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Diane. Hey, Stephanie. Barb, you think I'm drinking hot chocolate? Well, you guys, I'm just like fighting the worst cold. My whole family's been coughing like crazy. I know there's so much stuff going around. So tonight might be a little bit short so that I can like rest up for my sound bath that I'm doing at my house tomorrow night. Yes, lovely to see you. So those of you where I'm showing up on your Instagram or your Facebook feed, I always trust that it's divine timing. There's a bigger network above us that are arranging curiosity and inspiration in your heart about the spirit world. So if I'm showing up, just you can either, if you think it's weird, then you can log off. And if you want to stay, this is a beautiful way for us all to gather and to for me to stay in touch with my community and people that I've done readings for. Mitch, you will think I'm drinking decaf. Jennifer, hey. Kathy, you're feeling lemon tea. Yeah, hopefully my voice doesn't like just go. My voice has been kind of cutting in and out. And yeah, do you guys love my 80s eyeshadow? I feel like I'm like channeling my mom from the 80s tonight. I'm not I'm not feeling great. So I wanted to like add some color, but it looks so intense with this lighting. So don't mind me. Arlene, I love you're changing to ginger lemon. Love it. Hey Bree. Hey Peppy Lou, Neil Citron. No, but that's a really good idea. Hey, Michelle King. Hey, Victoria. Oh my gosh, Victoria, I hope you're doing so well. I feel like I haven't been in your world for a long time. So tonight I'm going to do some card readings and then also try and bring through some spirits. I'll see if my energy's up to it. I did one reading today and felt like that might have stretched me a little bit. Hey, Allison. And as I mentioned, yeah, just a little bit under the weather tonight. So if you'd like an inspirational card here tonight, I do have my angel cards, but I'd kind of love to do something really fun with you. What I'd love for you to do, I just kind of want us, as I said, I want to like really make sure you're using your own intuitive spirit. I'd love for you, I want to ask you to think of a question that you've been like questioning the universe or hoping to hear an answer from, even tonight, logging on. Like, I hope Michelle will tell me about this. I want you to think of like one thing that you were wanting an answer from. Just kind of take a minute. Take a nice deep breath and like your heart. Just think of what that question could be, something that you're wanting to tune into. Something that you're just like, should I take this job? Is this person going to be okay? Am I going to be okay? And just kind of tune into that. And then I'm going to pull a card that's going to come up. And then I want you to see how that answer of the card reflects your question. Because people think oracle cards are these like spooky, you have to be like, ooh, a seer to the crystal ball to use them. But they're very much just a tool for us to kind of find an answer already within us. So I'd love for you. Yeah, you don't have to type them out. You can keep them private. Just think of that in your heart. And then I'm just going to kind of pull a card for the answer for the collective tonight of things that are in their heart. Someone kind of flew up, but that's kind of a weird card. Wow, there's a lot of like, let's see if I can pull a clearer one. A lot about like Mother, Father, God, and Holy Love. These are like the two kind of the most religious cards in the angel deck. And it's really about like, would you just trust us? Would you remember where you've come from? Would you try and remember how divinely loved you are and how connected you are and how belonging you are to this bigger system of spirits? Also asking forgiveness and understanding. So I want you to think about how the secondary card, a complementary card, forgiveness and understanding, could kind of apply to the answer of the question that you've made. So is it something you have to forgive about yourself? Is it something you have to forgive and let go from another person or a situation? Is there a different perspective that you can look at in order to have more compassion for your question? Is there any emotions that are holding in the body that are creating stagnancy or illness? And it's really in tune with the full moon is tomorrow night. So it's really about letting go of stuff, isn't it? Forgiveness and understanding. I think those are some of the biggest things we're supposed to learn here. So I hope you enjoyed that little exercise. Did that kind of make sense for you guys? Can you apply that to your question that you have burning in your heart? So if you'd like a card tonight, an angel card, a healing card, an inspirational card, please say so in the comments. And I'll kind of start tuning into the energy. I really thought this was like a neutral gray cup when I grabbed it, but I bought that for my dad like 3 Christmases ago. And it's true. If he can't fix it, nobody can, not in this household. Okay, who's like a card? Anna Penny here, I see on Facebook. Hey, Anna Penny. You're struggling with life. I hear you. You're in crazy, crazy times. The forgiveness and understanding card just came up for you. Isn't that kind of crazy, Anna? Did you just do that little game with me? Excuse my cough and like clearing here. But let me just pull a secondary card here for Anna. And I feel like something about money too. Like, I don't know if you've been going through things that are financial, big financial decisions and shuffling of money and things like that. And they're just like, don't worry, we've got a sacred plan for you. All this is going to work out. It's one of those things where, you know, we can't see it from this like perspective that we want. But I really believe that all of our prayers are answered, just not always the way that we think that they will be. You know, so this sacred plan for me, for you tonight, Anna, just really makes me feel like we just need you to trust. Like if things haven't happened in the timing that you were hoping, just know that there's a divine plan for you and divine plan for when things are going to work out for that. And forgiveness and understanding card also came up. So I don't know if there's some people, some conflict that's going on in your life as well, Anna. But for me, it also felt like a time for like financial decisions and things like that. So if that makes sense for you, please say hello in the comments. And what I love about these Wednesday Whispers is that usually there is a overall message for all of us in it. So if I'm talking to somebody, you're like, I kind of feel like that was for me too. I feel like the same happens for me. Hey, Stacy Hayes Shuett on Instagram. Stacy, I'm just going to read a card for you here. Stacy. I feel like that you're in a place of a lot of joy right now. They just show me a lot of laughter. I feel like there's a grandmother energy that's just showing me a lot of beautiful energy about you. I don't know if like it makes you feel like things have taking a turn here. And November looks really beautiful for you. They also say it's a really powerful time for manifesting. So I always love that saying that what you think about is what you bring about, Stacy. So it makes me feel as though, you know, like you're raising your vibration. I don't know if it's like, I don't feel like you love fall too. Like I just see you like laughing in the sun in the fall leaves and that kind of thing. So when our vibration is high, that's the most beautiful idea to like time to plan ahead, you know? So I hope that makes sense for you, Stacy. And it makes me feel like you've turned a corner. They make me feel like they want you to know like the storm clouds have passed. Anybody else here? Oh, hey, Heather. Hey, me and Heather, I was just messaging you right before Wednesday Whispers today. I'm so excited to come do a group reading at your salon. December already, gosh. Can you believe we're starting to think about Christmas? Hey, Heather. So I'm just going to pull a card for you, Heather. Yeah, I'm looking forward to connecting with you. And since you were already in my energy field, might as well see kind of what like your guides want to say. Heather, is your right foot been bothering you? It feels like they're saying like your right leg has to kind of go up. What? Can you believe this? The forgiveness and understanding card just came up again. Like, hello, is this our card of the night or what? What is going on, everybody? Do we have some people to let go? Do we need to find some compassion for ourselves? But Heather, I'm just going to take that card out because it comes out every time. And I literally am shuffling like crazy over here. And Stephanie, we've got a reading in November. Awesome. Oh, great. I know. You have to trust the timing of when you're supposed to come, you know? So Heather, another different card for Heather. Yeah, Heather, anything going on with your foot? Anybody in your family? Composure. I don't know if like this feels like November feels like a really busy time for you. It actually makes me Your feet have been bothering you, right? I know, especially your right foot. I don't know if it's like you had an old injury there or something like that, but they're making me feel like they want you to like make sure it's elevated, that you're kind of taking care of it, that you're wearing the right shoes and supporting it. The composure card comes up for you. I love this. My dog bit this card when I was training him. Such a beautiful sign from spirit. But this composure for me, for you, Heather, means is like it makes me feel like November is going to be very, very busy. So I just feel like there's going to be a whirlwind of like management and maybe some shuffling even of people in your salon or different roles and this kind of thing. So it looks like a very, very heavy load coming up. So they're making me feel like this next couple of weeks before November comes is like to really kind of hold your peace, make sure you're taking care of yourself, and you're kind of preparing for any burnout season that can happen in November. So I don't know if November is a busy time for you guys at the salon, but it just feels like a lot of hustling and reshuffling and things like that. Let's just see here's on Instagram. Anybody would like a card here tonight? Who would like a card? Andrea, aloha. Are you in Hawaii again, Andrea? That's amazing. It's Lindsay White. You did a group reading in Cochrane and you healed me so much. I just need guidance knowing I made the right decision. So nice to see you again, Lindsay White. And as soon as I read that question, I heard yes. I just heard yes. Who else is here? Like a card. Peppy Lou, your name is just so funny on Instagram. These handles are so funny. Oh my gosh, every time I see myself with this green eyeshadow, I'm like, why did I put green eyeshadow on? I'm trying to raise my vibration, everybody. Please compliment me with it so I don't look like a crazy 80s person. Peppy Lou. Intuition and downloads, Peppy. So I don't know if you are like a healer yourself. They actually, like, if you were thinking of doing Reiki, because they just show me you have healing hands. So I don't know if you were thinking of like going into Reiki or some energy healing and things like that. It even made me feel like starting with like a Lou. Peppy Lou is my nickname for a horse. Oh, awesome. Yeah, like I feel a lot of animal energy and really connection to like nature and plants. Like I know this sounds weird, but I don't know if you have like a plant that's not doing well. They're like, they want you to send energy to it and like understand that we all have this ability to kind of channel energy and heat and healing energy. So I don't know if you've been interested in that. Peppy Lou, but I also just feel like it's super beneficial for you. Like now they're showing me you doing self Reiki, healing, self Reiki on yourself. So kind of like just really kind of, you know, bringing in white. Like there's lots of YouTube videos, everybody. You don't have to go become a Reiki master. It's a very simple concept. But I really kind of feel like they're just talking about you kind of needing to revitalize some energy and even experimenting with things like animals and plants and things like that. So I hope that makes sense for you, Peppy Lou. Heather, thank you for saying something about my green eyeshadow. Like, how has nobody mentioned it? Oh my gosh. You have to take risks sometimes, right? Maybe I'll go blue next week. Okay, anybody else wanted? So Heather, that made sense for you. It's very busy, but very fun. Thank you for the card, Michelle. Awesome. So rest up for like the mayhem coming. Barb loved the 80s. And you know what's so neat is that my mom, she was 69 when she died, but every time I have a vision of her, she comes to me with like her crazy 80s hair and like her jewelry and like crazy eyeshadow. Like I always love. So maybe I'm chatting with my mom tonight. Who I just felt really connected here to you, Stephanie Henry. Any messages from your sons? So Stephanie Henry. That just made me think of like Johnny Gaudreau and his brother. I just watched like the Columbus, what they did to honor him. I was like crying tonight just watching that. That still is just one of the saddest stories of all time, those two hockey playing brothers. So Stephanie Henry. Inner child healing, Stephanie. I don't know if you've been like working, they say you've been working through stuff, you know, this kind of feels like even stuff like with your mom, you know, like, I don't know if you've like had like a bit of a mother wound or you're working, processing stuff through her from your childhood. But they just make me feel like there's a lot of beautiful energy happening here. And there's something about like a rose quartz. So I don't know if you have a rose quartz or you've been thinking of using rose quartz, but they're really wanting to, whenever I see rose quartz, it's really about kind of like our mother healing. And I always believe that like, as we heal like one generation, then it heals us and it heals all the rest that are to come, you know? So there's just saying like blessings to you and your mom. So I don't know if your mom is passed and I'm feeling her, but there's just a really beautiful healing energy here about you and your mom. That's so weird. I was just talking about my mom before that. I just felt that. Does that make sense for you? Allison, excuse me, guys. Oh my gosh, this cough might get worse. Are you doing my mediumship course next week? I thought I saw your name in that. Okay. Anybody else wanted a card? I don't know why I'm not seeing like them kind of pop up. I'm just seeing, is my son around? Absolutely, Shayna. Absolutely. Whenever we say their name or we think of them, they're really right to our side. Okay, awesome, Allison. Yeah, I can't wait. So I do have a mediumship course coming up. It starts next Thursday night. And here's just even like my little thing that I can kind of put here. I've got a free Facebook group, the Wolf Pack, where you guys can kind of like, I'd be more invited to like some of my workshops and that kind of thing. And then I'm so excited to start the magic of mediumship. So if you feel like you're a medium or you've been wondering about these abilities, you sense spirits and that kind of thing and don't know what to do with it, it's got a 5-week course, 10 hours of online content. And then you meet with me for 5 weeks online on Zoom. And I did last year and it was so beautiful. So if you're thinking of doing it again or or you're interested in becoming a medium, that'd be awesome. Totally, Christina. Hi, Michelle. Is it weird when you hear someone else's reading, but you think it's speaking to you? Absolutely not. Like when we kind of gather together as a collective, there's a little piece of all of this for all of us. You know, they're kind of all working the back end of this for us to make sure that we're all kind of receiving similar downloads, if that makes sense, Christina. I love Stephanie's like, yep, totally. Absolutely. Okay, let's just see here. Just this name caught my eye because it's so long. Alyssa Brooke Renoria Perkins. Hey, Alyssa. Can I pull a card for you? Alyssa. You feel tired, Alyssa? And like, I don't know if like, do you have ADHD? Are you thinking about getting diagnosed with ADHD? Because they're just making me feel like your brain's so scattered, and there does like, not that there has to be a diagnosis, but there has to be like something that's going to kind of like help you or something like that, some tools that they want to bring into your toolkit in order to kind of like just assist you. I mean, like I'm almost like, is everybody ADHD now because of like all the hormones and all of our food and all the processed food, because it feels like everybody I talk to has ADHD now, including myself. But Alyssa, yeah, because like I just kind of feel like the scattered thinking, you know, like they just make me feel like it's really hard for you to focus right now. Oh, they're just showing me a vitamin there. I don't know, like does magnesium help with focus? They're just showing me magnesium, Alyssa. So were you thinking of taking magnesium? Oh, maybe it's about sleep, you know, because it does, yeah, I felt this tired energy, you know, so they're just kind of saying there's just more tools. It feels like nervous system regulation and things like that, that they want to assist you with. And it just makes me feel as though, yeah, they're kind of finding some tools of things that you're struggling with. So I hope that makes sense for you, Alyssa. Hey, Danny. Oh, Vicky, yeah, you're signed up too for the mediumship. Awesome. Oh, new comments. Alyssa, yes, and you just had a baby, so I'm tired and low iron. Oh, okay. And do you have ADHD now? I mean, I guess post-pregnancy can feel like that. So I'm definitely kind of feeling that. Magnesium also feels like good for your digestion. And they're showing me as a liquid, so not as like a gummy or a pill. They're showing me magnesium. Is magnesium white? It looks like a white liquid. Yeah. Hey, Leanne Goods. How are you, Leanne? Yes, you do have ADHD? Oh, I should have like a whole ADHD spiritual club. Actually, people that are really intuitive, we all have ADHD, just so you guys know. So Leanna, a card here for Leanna. Or Leanne. Okay, you got a no card. I don't know if you had a question in mind before I pulled that, but the no card came up, so just asking for a supplementary card that goes with that. Surrender, Leanne. Isn't that the most annoying card to get? Surrender. I don't want to surrender. I want to control everything. But the Leanne, they're just asking you to really kind of lose control. I actually don't know if you were thinking of meditation. They're showing me they want you to do guided meditations with music. So, you know, some people like their minds can't just be silent. I can't, you know, so they're just showing me like YouTube guided meditations with music and things like that. And they're showing me always doing it night before you go to bed. Does that make sense? What does mean? Surrender? Or the no card. Okay, don't worry about the no card. But Leanne, yeah, they're just like trust us, trust us. And for me, this makes me feel like we need you to listen to us. I would feel like maybe I talk about this almost every Wednesday whispers, but there's this cardinal rule almost in the spirit realm with our spirit guides is like we can't intervene until she asks us, until they ask us. They almost are kind of like, we think like, can't you see I'm struggling? Can't you see this is challenging for me? How come nobody's helping me? But they're really like, we need you to acknowledge us first. We need you to ask, so that we can start communicating with you and building this relationship with you. So I feel like, Leanne, like take it upwards, whatever you call it, if it's spirit, God, creator, Mother Earth, Father, Son, whatever it is for you, Mother Moon, whatever it is, they say you got to kind of ask us. Does that make sense, Sarah, too? I love that you're like, that totally makes sense. Galley Girl 77. Hey, Galley Girl 77. Would love an angel card. Oh, I'm gonna have to blow my nose soon, and I don't have a Kleenex. Great. So Gallery Girl 77. Gallery Girl. Are you thinking about getting a tattoo? There's something about a tattoo here. Well, and the yes card came up for you. So I don't know if you've been thinking of something or you had a question like, I hope she brings up this. The yes card just flew out. So that's kind of a weird a no card and a yes card. Those rarely come out. So there's the yes card for you. Does that make sense, Gallery Girl? Yeah, they're saying something. We love the tattoo. So I don't know if somebody's passed. Expect miracles. Beautiful energy coming here for you, Gallery Girl. It also makes me feel too that there's something about like your expansion of your business. So I don't know if like you're thinking of building a team or starting your own business or moving into like your own building or your own space or something like that. But there's also expansion here when I have the expect miracles, like, oh, how will that happen? They're like, just trust us. So much surrender again. So I hope that makes sense for you, Gallery Girl. Yes, thank you. Great. Sarah Stacy, we are best friends and talk daily. Yes, this is her. Okay. Jenny Crofts. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Bobina. You've been asking before bed to show you signs almost daily. Yes, we have to engage them first. Love that. Anybody else want a card here tonight? If I'm missing some, I think I already did. Alyssa. Looking for a card for Vicki Graham. So did a few people say that? We were signed up and excited to do it. Vicki, did you say you needed a card? I feel like I just saw your name a whole bunch of times. I think Vicki Graham would like a card. We're headed east. Are you guys roommates or something? Oh my gosh. Okay, Vicki Graham. I don't know why. Vicki, are you even here? Okay, I don't see Vicki. Barb Gibb, I just felt drawn to you, Barb. Barb Gibb. Makes me feel like you're in the midst of like, hormonal things, Barb. I don't know, like if you're kind of like trying to sort out your hormones and things like that. They're just kind of making me feel too like that you for sure need like 8 hours of sleep. They're showing me like GABA. I don't know if you tried like that natural sleeping aid, but they're just making me feel as though there's something about your hormonal pallets or something like that. Pallets or their pallets. I don't even know what they're talking about. That kind of need to be settled, but they say it's also with your sleep. And they also say your manifestation is like really powerful right now, Barb. And I also feel like, oh, yes, you are, right? Yeah. And they're also just making me feel too that, your dreams are really crazy, Barb. Are you feeling you're having like really weird dreams? Because I almost feel like you're not quite getting to like that deep sleep. It's almost like this kind of surface traveling sleep. So they're kind of making me feel, manifestation is like so huge for you right now. Also, like there's something too that they're showing, like, I don't know if you've been waking up at a certain time, like 3:33 or 4:44 in the morning, or something like that. But does this make sense, Barb? Tell me if this makes sense. But they're like, we're also trying to bring through information. So, I'd be really paying attention to your dreams right now. Super crazy dreams, right? Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of us are, but Yeah, I feel like you're going like through stuff, like spiritual stuff. And the thing I love, and I mean, you look really young to me, but they're making me feel like if it's perimenopause or menopausal energy, is that really this is like one of the most powerful times for women when finally all the gunk settles and we're able to just be ourselves is one of the most empowering times that they've shown me. So they're just saying, pay attention to your dreams. And if you're waking up at the same time, we need you to just kind of like be open to receiving. Did somebody's, a memory come back for you? Did you just think of somebody? Did you just think of something to do? That they really kind of trying to bring in energy and bring in through like a lot of messages for you. So, manifesting the future is like, what do I want for the next 5-10 years? Can I see it? Can I feel it? Can I be it? Barb. So I feel like, yes, you've been waking up early. So I love that I'm like, you need 8 hours of sleep. Oh, but you can't because spirit's been waking you up. So some nights too, anybody else really struggling? Gunk settled a long time ago. Okay, good. Okay, good. Awesome. Then that means like, yeah, there's like a whole bunch of power coming into you right now, So for me, what they're making me feel too about that 8 hours of sleep is like sometimes when we do get exhausted from crazy dreams or we're feeling disrupted and like waking up, we can say to the spirit world, can you let my body rest? Because here's the thing is that like our bodies need to sleep, but our spirits don't. Our spirits are always traveling. They're visiting with family members. They're talking to our guides, like, how the hell am I going to get through that project or this deadline or all these kind of things or this relationship? But when our bodies get really tired, we do have to say to the spirit world, can you just keep me in my body tonight so that my earthly body can sleep? So Barb, so it makes me feel, again, communicating with your guides about that too. You're like, I'm feeling the communication coming through, but can you do it at a different time? And they listen, So I hope that makes sense for you, Barb. Yeah, it feels like a really powerful time. It feels too like, I don't know, like if you're thinking of writing a book or something like that too, or creating a program, but I feel like a lot of creative energy about your business as well. Okay, so there's Vicky back. So Vicky, we're on here. Oh, you're here. You're going to your grandmother's funeral with Jennifer, your friend. Looking for a card for guidance. So Vicky. Feeling a whole bunch of birds with your grandma. Like, are you driving, did you say? I felt like you're in the car. Or if like when you fly there, you do have a drive to get there. Earthing and grounding is what's being called for right now, Vicky. So, and well, before the snow comes, like if you're in Canada, like really take advantage of this, everybody. Like there is like an electromagnetic field that can charge our body, that can charge us from the ground up, that can charge us like even just touching the trees or touching some leaves. They're just making me feel like, make sure you're taking care of your basic needs. They also make sure you're eating, because I feel like you're not eating or something. So they're making me feel like you'll have breakfast and then you won't eat for 8 hours. And then you're like, oh shoot. And then you eat too much or something. Do you know what I mean? Like they're making me feel like the earthing and grounding actually feels like about food too, like making sure like, hey, I'm nourishing my body, I'm connecting to my body throughout this kind of stressful time. Also, Vicky, they show me that you're going to be the one that's going to be holding a lot of emotional space for everybody. So to make sure you're feeling like really centered and connected, and making sure also too like that you don't get sick, if that makes sense. I don't know if you're fighting something. They just show me too. Yeah, like if you have a cough, they just show me eucalyptus for you. Maybe bring a eucalyptus essential oil. I'm worried you might get sick when you go. You're flying. And then do you drive somewhere after? They show me you and your friend in a car. Hey, Lori and Gord. How are you guys? I'm so excited, Gord, you're coming for like an in-person reading. I feel like I haven't seen you in person since I was like a teenager. So that's so cool. That sounds right, Vicky? Yeah. Make sure you're eating. I just felt drawn to P Constantine on Instagram. P Constantine. Quite a bit of anxiety with you. I don't know if you've been like having like heart flutters or fast heart palpitations or something like that. Healing energy. Yeah, I'm just kind of feeling like this kind of like undercurrent of like, worry and anxiety here in your chest. Healing energy for me is like usually like angelic energy or your guides wanting to come through and bringing through beautiful energy for you. That makes sense for you, P. Constantine? Yeah. They showed me just like it's like breath work is very important right now. Like they showed me just like you almost like in a galley kitchen or something. It's a stressful time for you. Yeah. That they're just like they showed me like doing like almost box breathing, like in for 5, hold for 5, out for 5. And you can choose lots of different numbers like 5, 5, 7, 5, 5, 5, something like that. But they're just kind of making me feel like they really want you to focus on your breath work and healing energy is coming your way. So I hope that makes sense for you. Thank you. So Vicky, oh, you just got over COVID. Yeah, because I just kind of feel like they're showing me, eucalyptus for you, like for your lungs, And eucalyptus, I'm like, can you smell it? Like, I'm assuming you can get an essential oil. Like, it makes me feel like, do you have like a roller of eucalyptus oil? That's what I'm seeing. So you just had COVID, yeah. So it just makes you like making sure like you're eating rooted vegetables and things like that. Those grounding, that earth and grounding card for you. Alrighty, anybody else? So Rima, you would like a card. We'll look at you in your Halloween makeup already. Hey Rima. I love that I'm like all the sick people. I've got all the sick people here tonight with my cold. So Rima, what does Rima need to know today here just for you, Rima? Oh wow, this is a hard card to get, self-acceptance. The self-acceptance card, I almost feel like, one of the biggest lessons we have to learn as we reincarnate every single time is like, how do I figure out how to love myself? How do I figure out how to feel that self-worth of mine? And the self-acceptance part thing, Rima, feels just like about your body, because I don't know, and I know it's been a while since we've seen each other, but I don't know, like if you've lost weight or something like that, but they're asking you to see your body in a new light. Because they're even showing me like too, like your clothes are loose and things like that. So I don't know if like you've been making some new changes and things like that, but this really looks like, I'm kind of seeing Louise Hayes come to mind, like you kind of looking in the mirror and like having affirmations. I am a huge fan of like affirmations, and the manifestation card has come up quite a few times here tonight, my friends. Some of you else have colds as well. Yeah. That this is really like, our mind, what we think about, we bring about. And they're just showing me almost like, for you, Rima, like, I don't know if you have stuff written on your mirror, like you've been like typing out stuff and putting things on your mirror, but it's just like, I am perfect just as I am, or I am enough for today. I am enough every day. Like they're just kind of showing me kind of affirmations and things like that. So, does that make sense, Rima? Like, are you laughing? What do you mean that's from last year? You've been moving out of fear and judgment. Love that, Rima. So I don't know if you have Louise Hayes. I mean, I've got her book of affirmations. I just kind of keep them on a roll, but they're showing me her face. I also love like a lot of her like meditations, a lot of her videos that you can kind of see old interviews and things like that too. Thank you, Barb. I need to take honey. I love that. So you are in a transformation, not eating sugar right now. Oh, mirror work makes sense. Okay, awesome. Yeah, mirror work. It almost makes me feel but what is that? It's not dysmorphia, but sometimes when you look at your body, it's not how other people see it. So they're just like making me put like a word on there to kind of like center your thoughts or something like that. Not eating sugar right now. Good luck. So hard. Maria Oliver here. Hey, Maria. Maria Oliver. Right, Maria. I just feel a lot of plant energy with Maria. Do you have a lot of like house plants and things like that? I feel like you're gifted with like plant medicine and things like that. I feel like it sounds like you're a healer as well. They make me feel like you've done it many, many times. I also see you, like they say you have healer's hands. So you're a Reiki. Are you a Reiki master? Trust the universe and the Mother, Father, God King card up for me, Maria. So for me, like that always makes me feel like, this word that's coming to me is prayer. I know those can kind of be religious terms or things like that, but they're just making me feel like some devotion is needed for connecting to spirit, because you do feel like a healer. Are you a healer, Maria? And also like the Mother, Father, God card is like, we just kind of like remembering where we come from. And actually that card came up at the very beginning of the night. Does everybody remember that? This kind of flew out already tonight. It's just kind of like, remember, like, so what makes me feel belonging, and I don't know, Maria, if a lot of people have like left your life lately, but they're like, just remember where you've come from and where you'll return to. Cause I just kind of even see like there's like been an influx of people leaving, and they're like, well, some of them had to go so we can welcome the new. So it kind of feels like they're talking about like a new tribe as well. And then the other card that came up is trust the universe. So it's very cosmic here tonight, about whatever you call creator, God, spirit, and letting them know, or they want you to know, is like, just remember where you've come from, that you belong somewhere. It kind of feels like you're in the transitional area. I feel like they're kind of taking the foundation out from underneath you. So I don't know if you've done energy healing work. Yeah. Like if you're in one mode of like a career, it's like there might be like something added or a transition made in it, because they just say they're just trying to remind you of your original medicine. So if you are a healer, it just makes me feel as though plant medicine, you might, I don't know if you already are experimenting with some things like that, but it just makes me feel like that's some of your roots, and kind of feeling shamanic energy and things like that. So hopefully that doesn't sound too scary, but I kind of feel like a lot of transition for you. And they're like, just keep connecting to us and we'll give you the answers. So Maria says, oh, beautiful. Definitely feeling there's lots of transition happening in your work. Yeah. Because it makes me like, if you're like in one field, then you added something and then it transitions into the other and then the other. And they're just like, just trust this morphing process, that we're going to kind of hold you in that space. So whatever that is. Lydia Williams would like a card. Hey, Lydia. Lydia LM Williams. Lydia. Lydia, have you been like spending a lot of money lately? I see like money slipping through your fingers. And I feel like, doesn't that feel like everybody lately? Like when we go to the grocery store, oh my God. But Lydia, they're making me feel like they want like strategic planning for like your finances and things like that. So I don't know if you've just been like thinking of, oh my gosh, the same cards keep coming out. So it's like we're already on the same wavelength because all the same cards are flying out. But Lydia, yeah, they're making me feel there's like something about like you have like some big goals of purchases or something like that. Where like, well, it has to start with the small things. Like they're showing me like the Starbucks and stuff like that. Does that make sense, Lydia? Oh, hey, Racine. Oh, yeah, I'm so excited you're coming to the sound healing tomorrow. And Racine, did you mean to buy 2 tickets? I was going to message you tonight because I saw you have 2 tickets. So Lydia, that does make sense. Yeah, I know. Because they're just like, careful, keep the purse strings tight, so that you can kind of keep your eyes focused on the bigger goal. Like, are you hoping to buy like a car or a house or something like that? Because they're just saying, you totally understand what they mean. Yeah, it makes me feel like you want to, and I feel like there's money that wants to come and there's abundance there, but it's like you have like a big goal and they're like, we aren't going to get there if you don't just kind of like have a little plan. So like, okay, this month we're only going to spend this much and then we're going to spend this. A home, yes. Yeah, you want to buy a home. So they're like, we see it, we want it for you, but you have to trust us, So the card that comes up for you is Guardian Angel. And I don't know if like a grandfather's passed away, Lydia, but I just feel like a beautiful grandfather energy watching over you. And I don't know what his experience was with money, but he's the one here who's talking about money. He might even be leaving you some coins. I don't know if you found some coins and things like that. So I hope that makes sense, Lydia. I mean, like, that's not the funnest card to get, is it? Oh, don't we all kind of have to hear that? I'm like, can I not buy anything from Amazon this month? Oh my God. Oh, it is your grandfather? Yeah, he leaves me coins all the time. Love it. Yeah, I feel him. He's your money man. Like I'd be talking to him, like, any ideas of how to invest that? How can I save here? So he's really lovely. Overseen. So tomorrow night, your sister and who's coming? Your older daughter and even your sister are coming. Oh, amazing. Oh, I can't wait to meet you all. You get it. LOL. Anybody else needed that money message? Oh, always. Beautiful, Maria. Yeah, I feel like your career is going to shift like 5 times or something like that. It felt like, but in the same field, but 5 different ways, paths. Who's wanted to card here? Donna Eleanor Cameron. Donna Eleanor Cameron. I do know I'm kind of like supposed to go into like the spirit world. I'm just feeling like quite tired and quite drained from my cold. I'll give it a shot. Donna Eleanor Cameron. I also really have to blow my nose. I might have to go ask my son to get me a Kleenex. I love that dog. He looks so happy with that stick. Spiritual growth card comes up for you, Donna. And I don't know if like you love writing or journaling, but they're showing me like automatic writing, so this can kind of come just even from like doing our daily gratitudes. It can kind of come from manifesting, like making our intentions every day. But automatic writing is really just kind of like, what do I need to know today? It can be any question. And then you keep writing. And the only thing is you just don't lift your pen from the paper and you just kind of keep writing it out, because I do feel like downloads are kind of wanting to come to you, Donna, but you're just not sure how to make them tangible. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you see repeated numbers on the oven, you're just like, oh, it's just a coincidence. What's weird that I keep seeing 1111 all week, And they're like, no, like this is part of like your signs, So I feel like you are kind of missing some of them, some of the bigger ones. So for me, it feels like, and I don't know if you're a skeptic or if you're a very logical thinker, love those, that you might need something more tangible. And sometimes when it comes to our own writing, when we can kind of feel just something kind of come to our mind or kind of come through our writing, or our writing changes, it just gives us something more tangible. So does that make sense for you, Donna? I hope that does. Okay, you see 444 all the time. I know, I saw repeated numbers. So hold on, I'm just going to put it on mute so that my son can bring me Kleenex. Oh my gosh, or I'm going to be like, just like wreck here. Okay, so now let's tune into some spirits and see if some spirits want to come through. This is my favorite part of the night, because I just love for you to journaling is so important for you. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Okay, great. Thank you, honey. Okay. Night. No, it's okay. I got it. Thanks, honey. I remember when I first became a medium and my son would come in during the readings, I'd be so like, oh my God, get out of here. Oh, do you guys like that? I thought I'd just leave you that little present there. Okay. Donna, you really enjoy my readings. Thank you, and hope I feel better. Thank you. So let's just see if there's any spirits, but if anything, I'd love for you just to kind of, say some people's names in your heart here tonight, anybody that you're missing, anybody you'd love to hear from, and take a moment to just remember whoever you're missing. I'd love for you just to hold their name in your heart, for you to connect with them, because you really don't need a medium or a psychic. Really all of the wisdom is within you, and the abilities are within you to also feel their presence. So just say their name. You can even type it out in the chat. I always like kind of that energetic level of it. Stephanie Lynn, I love you and miss you. I love that. Elizabeth Burry, Teresa, your dad, Barb, Betty, Max, Romeo, Danny Girl, your dad, Walter, Marilyn here on Instagram. You'd love to hear from your mom, Lena, Racine, Andre, Dawn, Judy, Bert, your Nana. Beautiful. So I'm just going to start tuning in here and see who comes. Last week was so emotional. Like, you guys remember last week's was so crazy. I feel like, did I have like a son and a daughter had come through something? Let's just see if I got it in me, folks. I'm feeling kind of tired. Bailey, your mama. Bonnie, your mom. Veronica, your dad. Beautiful Queen Ava. Jennifer, I love that. Your pets. I almost felt like there's a dog here already. So just kind of hold their names in there in your heart. Just gonna see who wants to come through here. Spirit always shows up, whether I'm sick or not. This does feel like it may be somebody's mom. And I feel like she's showing me like checker memories or something like that. And there's a big joke about it, because she's kind of like slapping her knee and has this very signature laugh. She's so excited to be this. I feel like she's quite casual. She's very engaging. I feel like she's almost wearing like kind of like, one of those pullover sweatshirts and her jeans. And she says like she sends you and your daughter butterflies. So I don't know if you also have a daughter. And I feel like she might have loved Dr. Pepper and barbecue chips are two of her favorite snacks. She shows me. Isn't that, I feel like salt and vinegar chips came through last week. Why are spirits showing me their chips? My son ate chips today. And I feel like there's like a lake or a cottage that's also really important for you guys because she just says like I meet you at the water. She's also been sending you ravens. So I don't know if you feel like you've been seeing some ravens or kind of been having this like you're seeing them at a specific time or that kind of thing. And this laugh is just like so epic. And she's also saying something about like matching Christmas pajamas. It feels like she's showing me this memory of like everybody having matching pajamas. And I even feel like I'm seeing it in a photo by a Christmas tree. And this may even be like at a cabin or at a cottage. So does this woman make sense to anybody? She feels like she was quite young. She makes me feel like she's kind of like late 50s, early 60s. And she definitely loves her grandchildren. She's watching over all the grandchildren. So does this make sense to anybody here? Daddy, this sounds like your grandma, or is this just somebody you're still missing? So in the comments, please type what makes sense to you about the spirit that's coming through, just so I can kind of link it exactly with you. Does this sound like anybody's mom or their aunt? It feels like kind of like a motherly figure. It feels like somebody might still have that pullover, And you also got a tattoo. She loves your tattoo. I feel like you got a tattoo in honor of her. She loves Christmas. I just feel like Christmas memories. So Bailey, some of this sounds like your bub, the laugh, casual outfit and pajamas. Okay. And like with somebody just eating barbecue chips. You've been seeing crows everywhere. Okay. Yeah. Do you have a daughter yet, Bailey? Is there a young girl in the family? And I don't know if she did have trouble breathing there at the end because she does show me. I cough. She says, "Oh, definitely Christmas was a big for us. We used to eat snacks all the time." And like, is there like a family home, like a cabin or a cottage that you guys used to go to? Andrea on Instagram says this sounds like your mom, Barb. So please type what makes sense to you. No, but I always say, if I could guarantee having a daughter, I would have a baby right now. So Andrea Howie here on Instagram says, sounds like my mom Barb, almost all of it. So Andrea, did you guys have a cottage or a cabin that meant something to your family? I know we had readings like years ago, but I don't think I'll remember your mom. And like matching Christmas PJs, is that something you do for your family? It feels like there's been a tradition that's carried on. And have you been seeing ravens, Andrea? And Andrea, do you have a daughter? A Canmore cabin cottage on Lake Superior. Oh, and I feel like she beats you at the water. And do you know like your mom's signature laugh? Like, did she ever like used to like hit her knee or something like this? I just feel this like easy laughter, a lot of joy. New PJs, yes. And yes, you have a daughter. She's 33. And does she find butterflies all the time? Yes, Andrea, all this is aligning with you. And is there like this pullover or a plaid shirt you still have of hers or something? Like it feels like plaid or something you've been wearing of hers. Like it felt like a pullover to me. I like feel like I'm pulling something over my head. Oh yeah, this is your mom. What's her name? Barb. Oh, I just feel this like beautiful energy with Barb. Yeah, she's so excited that this is the connection here. And she's like, everything's going to be just fine. She makes me feel like, I don't know, Andrea, if you feel like you do this a lot, like if you have this expression, she's like wanting to like straighten your forehead. Like, I don't know if you feel like you're getting like wrinkles here from like furrowed brow, but she's just like, stop that. Just like everything's going to be fine. Pretty much, yes. I made them into teddy bears and have a sweater. Okay. Beautiful. Yes, you're worried? Yeah, she's like, stop that. Like, what are you doing? Absolutely. And then I don't know if you've been having some tendonitis or something going on with somebody with your elbow. Somebody's like worried about their elbow, having some elbow pain. If that makes sense, Andrea. And she's like, everything's going to be just fine. She just wants to really reassure you too. I don't know, think if you're moving or planning on moving a house, like, I don't know, Andrea, if you have like more than one home, because it makes me feel like you're going to be selling one of them and downsizing. It feels like there's some real estate that's kind of shifting and things like that. A bit windsurfing. Oh, your elbow's been hurt a bit windsurfing. Lucky you. Oh yeah, you're in Hawaii. Didn't you say earlier? Yeah, she's like, protect your elbow. It made me feel like she almost need to wear like a brace on it or something. So maybe, yeah, you're going to might be changing homes and things like that. Yeah, because it just makes me feel in the next year or two, there's something transitioning about homes or something like that. So I hope that makes sense for you, Andrea. Just a beautiful hello from your mom, Barb. Yeah. Really lovely. I love her optimism. It feels like she just died too young. So I hope that makes sense for you, Andrea. Oh, there's a scammer. Watch out, everybody. Thank you. There they are. And it will happen after. Just ignore them. Like after Wednesday Whispers, it's like they all come out at 1 a.m. and like do these weird, like, hello, my love, my beloved. Let me give a reading for you. John Ross, it's your birthday today. You're 35. Happy birthday, John. So, Danny, it sounded like you. So Bailey can refer this. So sometimes on Wednesday Whispers, we have something called piggybacking, which is like other people being able to, their loved one also try to come through with the same information. So Bailey said, I also just sold your PM's house and bought my own. Okay, Bailey, so you've got realty shifting as well there. Love that. So glad your angels protect you from scammers. Let's hope so, Jen. All right, friends, I'm just a nightmare. Like, can you hear what's going on? Like, I just am like a nightmare. So, but I had to come on and say hello. What's in my intuitive mug here tonight? My dad's intuitive mug. What am I drinking tonight? A lot of you felt lemon. A lot of you felt ginger. I'll give you one little hint. Think of like flowers. There's a certain type of flower in this tonight. What am I drinking tonight? Andrea said, thank you, Michelle. You've connected before. So I've met your mom before, I'm sure. Hot honey and lemon, echinacea, rhubarb tea, elderberry, says Andrea. Heather, you did amazing. Thank you. Elderberry, gosh, no, but that sounds, aren't you supposed to like actually make like elderberry syrup for like colds and stuff like that? I'm drinking dandelion tea tonight, my friends. It is like, well, it's the flower. But I'm trying to like detox. Like I read this article, or I can't remember, some reel or something that was like a cold is actually always a detox. So I'm like, I love that. Instead of being like, I'm sick, I'm like dying, but it's like maybe old stuff's coming out, you know? So I love that. It is the full moon tomorrow night, and it's a fiery one. Like if you're feeling things are a little crazy, yep, it kind of goes with this full moon. So and that forgiveness and understanding card came up right at the beginning, my friends. So just like for tomorrow night, look at that beautiful moon, say kind of any intentions that you're just hoping to kind of peel another layer off the onion of and everything. So you guys, Leanne Goods, you love dandelion tea. I hate it, but I drink it. Okay, my friends, and join me for, if you feel like you might be a medium, you felt like spirits and things like that, to join the magic of mediumship next Thursday night. And then I've also got, just come over to my Wolf Pack, my free group. And then on the end of the month, I'm doing October 27th in Bragg Creek. If those of you are local, I'm going to be at the chalet, and you get the cutest little boats. They're going to be these charcuterie boats that are like so delicious. There's a local lady that makes them. So I think it's pretty much a steal of the deal. And it's like in this beautiful cabin at the base of the mountains. So that's October 27th, and it's all on my website. So please watch out for scammers. Remember, I'll never friend request you. I'll never message you. I'll never ask you for money. You can only book things through my website. So many blessings to you, my friends. And I just hope you have a beautiful week, and I'll see you next week. Take care.